Let's first bring up Meow's boss, the Empress of the Jupiverse herself, the May.
Hi.
Let's get right into it because there's a lot going on right now. What can you tell the people about the evolution of the token list?
Yeah, so the cadet list is live, and this is like super exciting. They have validated more than 120 tokens already in the first 2 weeks of the launch. And for context, we only have about 2,000 Strictlist tokens. So the cadets are definitely moving it a lot faster. And shout out to the cadets who volunteered to join the first council. Without our community being so enthusiastic and awesome and just like coming and volunteering to join the first token council and to take the first steps, we are never going to make progress. So thank you.
Can you talk about some of the challenges? Because obviously, this is a lot of tokens. There's a lot of partners who relied on it. It's kind of critical infrastructure for the ecosystem. What kind of challenges have you guys seen so far?
Yep, so there's a tension between validating the token quickly into the list versus allowing some delay for us to see if this is like a quality project or if the metrics are kind of like inflated at the start. We can validate that token very quickly on the first day, but what if that token is an imposter and we haven't noticed the real token that has not launched yet? Like we can validate quickly, but there's a tension against like quality or like having an imposter show up on a list. How do we sort, tag, and surface token data without overwhelming our community? So we experimented with showing labels on our search. So I think now you can see things like the community tag and LST tag. And we think that as we tag more data, we might want to move it back towards a more simplified green check mark so that we don't overwhelm users with all these new things that's showing up. Also, we are working on a lot of data integration. We have queried things like Sanctum's LST list, the Clone Protocol list, Pump.Fun list, and we bring all of that into one single place so that without relying on Jupyter's verification, maybe we can look at other data points to help to point our users towards the right token. Yeah. And also how can we get the community involved in this process so that we can own something together instead of relying on team to make decisions, team to move things forward. And so we have a couple of ideas that we'll be experimenting with, and they will be rolled out progressively.
Can you give us any teasers of what kind of improvements are coming?
I think some are already live. So things like removing imposters, removing duplicates. Once you verify a token, then a duplicate that has the same name and symbol no longer show up on the UI. So small things like that. A lot of like micro changes. Probably if you look at only one of it at a time, you'll not realize what's going on. But together, they really create a better experience for users.
Well, May, we're excited to see the API fully ship and the announcements come on, and then we'll have you back to talk about all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into this ecosystem list that apparently teams are using without even knowing that they're using it. Thanks so much for coming out, May.